Hello and good day, everyone. It's been a crazy week last week. We've had many different data coming out. The data that came out was quite controversial and paradoxical. That gives the Federal Reserve a very interesting position to see what they're going to decide. One of the key elements that came out last week was that the European Central Bank cut their interest rates for the first time since 2019. They cut it by 0.25%, and now we're sitting at 3.75% from the 4% that was actually enacted, guys. The data came out also as the unemployment rate basically went up. As you can see here, on Friday, the consensus was 3.9, and it came hotter than expected. That means the economy is actually cooling down, and there's more unemployment. The interest rates are basically leaving a mark. And that was actually in line with Thursday's jobless claim, which was 229,000 versus the consensus of 220,000. So, having said that, the market next week is going to be very interesting. Actually, it's kind of a fight between the Federal Reserve and the AI world and the investors. The June decisions basically will arrive for the Federal Reserve, and the updated projections for the path of interest rates is very interesting. Mr. Powell is going to have a press conference on Wednesday, and he's going to, the market is pricing in a near certainty of no move on the rates. But that is up for grasp, and there is still discussion going on. Let's see what happens there. That is changing the market dramatically. I think more important than that is that on Wednesday, also right before the markets close, the CPI is going to come out, and the consensus is 0.3% month-over-month increase in the core inflation rate, and a drop in the annual rate to 3.5% and 3.6%. As you can see here, respectively. So that, what happens on Wednesday, is going to change the markets dramatically. But let's take a look at our technical analysis. As far as the NASDAQ is concerned, we see pretty much the same thing as I told you before. You see a more or less sort of an air here. So those short sellers who are with me, they are basically eyeing this point. We are going to be riding the market all the way down to, on NASDAQ, all the way down to 18,421 for sure on the first hand. And then on the other hand, or on the second run, we're going to be eyeing, long-term 17,844, depending on what the numbers are. Do I see a big upside trend from here, guys? Not really. So the market is totally due for a correction, and it could be that based on some kind of news, the markets go up and down, increase the volatility. But as you can see, basically the indicators, as far as the volume specifically is concerned, are signaling downtrend on the NASDAQ. Stochastics is confirming. As you can see, we have a crossover right here on a 1-hour chart. And let's see if the next week will surprise the market further downwards. Having said that, we have also a very interesting chart as far as S&P 500 is concerned. Take a look at this, guys. We have a moving average, as you can see, where I have depicted with the yellow line, a moving average in the short term that started in 2024, basically 6 months ago. The moving average is basically creating a bullish channel. So I am definitely bullish on the market overall. However, we have this basic rectangle to fill, guys. The smaller one all the way down to 5,155. We're going to be seeing, again, for me, this area right there on the top is basically air. I don't see a big movement of the prices over that and staying over that line. I think with the next volume dump, you're going to see the markets very easily coming back within range, and their first stop will probably be somewhere around 5,246, exactly this line, and then after that, potentially correcting itself to 5,000 and more or less 165. What also drew my attention was actually the movement of NIFTY 50 from India. The market's made a very interesting move here too, guys. I thought maybe I could share with you. Also, you see a very interesting short option and a short squeeze. You see the shorts actually did go for a squeeze right here in order to fill up this gap, as I have depicted with the square. However, they did not, and the buyers, they just pulled back. But that leaves a big mark, guys. That's also very, very interesting. Those who are, traders and they're looking for short options, I think beautiful short here. Your potential profit could be basically from where the price opens up, when the weekend is over, which is more or less here, 23,219. And this gap has to be filled. So I see the first stop at 20,000 point. And then afterwards, we'll see how the market behaves. But that's also a very interesting short option for you guys, as the NIFTY 50 is behaving relatively out of order. So having said that, the markets are going to be in a roller coaster next week. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned, and I will keep you informed. Thank you very much, and have a nice week. Bye-bye, bye-bye.